With UFC 311 coming up this Saturday, there's a lot of talk surrounding the Jiri Prochazka versus Jamahal Hill matchup. And, specifically, there's a lot of people they're saying, does Jiri still have his chin? I mean, I feel like Jamahal Hill is just going to be able to knock him out. Easy, he just goes in there and lands a jab and then Jiri's out. That's what it sounds like a lot of people are saying. You look at MMA Guru, you look at Bedtime MMA, they're all talking about Jiri as if this guy's the new Johnny Walker, right? I mean, you go in there with this guy, he has a chance to land something, but more than likely, he's just going to go out and he's going to be sleeping on the canvas. And I feel like people must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot who Jiri Prochazka is, because he's not going in there Saturday night and he's not fucking losing to Jamahal Hill. He is going to show levels to Jamahal Hill, okay? He's going to show levels at UFC 311. And, in order to understand this, you gotta pay attention, okay? So what went wrong in the fight against Alex Pereira? These fights that people are really analyzing in order to determine, is Jiri Prochazka gonna lose this fight? Which a lot of people are saying he is. But what really went wrong in that Pereira fight? That Pereira rematch? Well, first of all, it was a rematch, okay? You gotta consider that, okay? Because a rematch, Yuri's going in there, he's fought this guy before, and he's lost to him, and so he's going in there with the mindset of, well, this guy's beat me before, okay? It's gonna be a hard hump to overcome, and it was even harder in his mind because this guy takes the mental battle to another level, okay? In the build-up to that fight, there was so much talk about Jiri saying, You need to come to this fight without the spirits. I don't want the spirits in this fight, right? It was a spiritual battle, and you really saw this idea that Jiri had in his head that, Alex Pereira was using some sort of shamanic magic, right? It was a shamanic magic battle that Alex Pereira was he was cheating using magic in Jiri's head, right? So he went into this fight not thinking that, oh, I'm just going against, Alex Pereira, who I had some success with in the first fight, and I had some moments against. He went into this battle thinking, this motherfucker, he beat me in the first fight because he's using spirits. And so his brain is already in the mind that, he's fighting a fucking demon, basically. He's fighting a demon. This ain't just a regular guy. And so he already lost the mental battle, the aura battle, right? Because when you're analyzing a Jiri Prochazka fight, if you're going into the X's and O's and, you're looking at, listen, the problem is, Jiri, he's got terrible defense, and Alex Pereira is just going to be able to land that left hook. That's not really what you got to look at, okay? Even though that is what you got to look at, because that's what ended up happening, that's not it, okay? Because Alex could have landed that left hook 1,000 times, but Jiri had that wrong mindset, okay? Because if Jiri was in the right mindset, he would have been eating those left hooks. But he was in the mindset that this guy can hit me with anything and I'm going to go out because he's got this spirit on his side. Okay, so right off the bat, that's where we went wrong. But this, why is this fight different? We really got to break down the X's and O's of the Jamahal Hill matchup. Okay, and why is this fight different? Well, first of all, Jamahal Hill isn't some shamanic tribal guy. He's a regular guy from fucking, I don't even know, Grand Rapids, Michigan or something, okay? And I like Jamahal Hill. I'm not one of these guys who's picking Jiri because, brother, I want to see Jamahal Hill get humbled, brother. I hate fucking Jamahal Hill. I don't want to see Jamahal Hill get humbled. I like Jamahal Hill. I actually was rooting for him back in the day against, Alex Pereira at UFC 300, believe it or not, because I saw the amount of Jamahal Hill hate, and I was like, we need to respect that this guy actually talks trash. But now that he's going against my boy Jiri, I'm sorry, brother, I'm going to be rooting for Jiri. And not only am I rooting for him, I am extremely confident he's going to win this. And it starts off with that lack of aura. Okay, Jamahal Hill doesn't have any sort of aura that goes beyond just, his appearance, right? He doesn't have any aura other than this guy can, maybe sleep me. But can he really? Okay, we got Sweet Dreams, Jamahal Hill here. And who's he knocking out? Okay, he's knocking out Johnny Walker, and a lot of people are thinking, he's probably thinking, Jamahal Hill is probably thinking, this is just another Johnny Walker style matchup, right? I go in there, I just gotta be cautious of, a spinning elbow, and as long as I avoid that, I should have this over within 2 rounds. That's not what's gonna happen. Jiri isn't that guy. Okay? People are mistaking Jiri as if he's some fucking clown who's some fucking moron who goes in there and just throws some random shit and lands a KO. Okay, it might look like that, but there's a certain sweetness to it, that he's got that groove. Okay, and once he's in his element, once he's not timid like he was in the Alex Pereira fight where he threw about 2 strikes, that's when he's in his element, that's when the stars align, and that's when he lands these beautiful KOs, and that's what's going to happen, okay, because he is winning this mental battle. I'm sorry, Jamahal Hill is not in his head in any way. There's nothing he can do to get inside of Jiri's head. You know, maybe he can call him oh, this guy's a fake samurai, like Alexander Rakic did, but look at what happened there, okay? I hope he does that. I hope he calls Jiri stupid. I hope he does something like that, because that's not getting in his head in a negative way. The only way you can get into his head negatively is if you're an Alex Pereira type, where this motherfucker just seems to have a different style of aura. A style of aura that, you know, is unmatched and that Jamahal Hill certainly does not have. Okay, and you look at this matchup, it's no different from a Reyes-style matchup. Oh, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? Jamahal Hill is a different level of a striker. Are you fucking kidding me? Is he really such a different level of a striker? Okay, you know, Reyes beat John Jones. Okay, he outstruck John Jones and beat him, you know, 3 rounds to 1. Or 3 rounds to 2, sorry. So, is it really that different of a matchup from the Reyes matchup? I know Reyes doesn't have a chin. But what about the Ozdemir matchup, okay? Is it that different from the Ozdemir matchup? This, to me, is no different from these matchups, okay? The Rakic matchup, it's all similar to this fucking matchup. This ain't some extraordinary talent in here, bro. It's Jamahal Hill. It's not an Alex Pereira level of striking. And not only that, the level of striking isn't what's important, bro. In a Jiri Prochazka fight, it is that mental battle that I discussed, okay? So what's the game plan when it comes to beating Jamahal Hill? What is this fantastic game plan that Jiri has to have? Well, first of all, he just needs to be confident, okay? And he needs to have this feeling that the arena's, you know, surrounding him, and the arena, the aura of the arena is really in him. And when you look at what's going on in LA right now, you know, there's a tragic wildfire. It's burning through LA. I don't even know if they're going to be able to hold the event at that arena, but I don't know if I've heard of it getting moved. So assuming it's there, I think Jiri he's probably going to channel. He is the type of guy to channel the flame. And I don't want to make it, you know, I don't want to make a joke out of a tragedy, but I genuinely see him thinking, you know, the flames, he's going to channel the flames into this fight. Okay? And he's got to have a badass walkout song, okay? Because that's one of the things that went wrong in the Alex Pereira fight. When he walked out to "This Is How Legends Are Made," it was over, bro. There was not a single moment where, after that walkout song, you thought, yeah, bro, he's gonna go out there and fucking knock out Alex Pereira. There was not a single moment where anyone thought that, okay? Once he walked out to that song, it was just a fucking loss of aura. So we need a good walkout song, similar to the one that he had when he first fought Alex Pereira. And I know you're gonna say, bro, he lost that fight, but, you know, it was a good-ass walkout song. That's an aura level that we need. We need a good walkout song, okay? And the second thing I want to see from him, he can't be timid, bro. He can't go in there like he did against Alex Pereira, where he's downloading information and, you know, trying to, oh, wait, let me see. What does this guy hit like? Let me just, you know, I don't know if I want to throw anything here. I want to kind of feel it on my chin a bit. No, we don't need to do that, okay? Jiri, we need to be wild. Like, being wild is what got Jiri here, okay? What got him to the championship rounds, okay? What got him to the fucking championship level and what got him that belt. Because you'll hear people saying, you know, oh, bro, Jiri's way too wild. He needs to work on that defense. Shut the fuck up, bro. You know, he doesn't need to work on that defense. He needs to work on fucking taking punches harder. Okay, that's what he needs to work on. Instead of working on keeping his hands up, he needs to work on being able to fucking withstand a truck hitting him in the chin. And that's what I'm used to seeing Jiri be able to do. Jiri is usually putting his head out, poking his head out, able to take these headshots. He willingly puts his head out there. But when it came to that Alex Pereira matchup, he wasn't able to because he lost that mental battle. And, you know, another thing I see is people going to that Glover Teixeira matchup. They bring that Glover fight up and they go, mate, you just look at Jiri in the Glover fight. He was down 3 rounds, mate. He was losing that fight. And then you look at Jamahal Hill. Look at what he did to Glover. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful performance. I don't care. I do not care about these specific matchups. So if anyone wants to bring up, oh, bro, Jiri or Jamahal Hill did so much better against fucking Glover. I don't care. We don't care about these outside matchups because, listen, you can expect Jiri to go in here with a wild style, and he's gonna lose rounds with this style, okay? He's never going to be the type to outpoint you and bring you to a decision and, hope that he got that round from the fucking judges. He's going to go in there with a wild game plan of trying to knock you out in the most brutal way possible, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to remember his roots, and I feel like he's forgetting them, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, because in certain fights, it does look like he forgets what brought him there. Like in the Rakic fight, in that first round, he wasn't throwing anything. That's what I hate to see. I hate to see timid Jiri. If we have a timid Jiri in here, I'm going to freak out and I'm going to fucking cry, because I don't want to see Jiri get put out again. And I know he won't get put out again if he fights the way he is supposed to, the way he always has fought, where he's not scared of his opponent, where he's not fucking playing timid Jiri, throwing one strike per round, and then, hoping that he gets something in there. He needs to fucking throw the kitchen sink at Jamahal Hill, spinning elbow right off the bat into a fucking soccer kick, and then headbutt Jamahal Hill, okay, and get disqualified. But that's what he needs to do. That's what I'm picking him by. I'm picking him within 2 rounds, and I know he will do it. I know he is going to beat Jamahal Hill. I hope people recognize this. I mean, Jamahal Hill, he's no different from a fucking Volkan Ozdemir style matchup. And I actually wish the best for Jamahal Hill, not in this matchup, but after this matchup, because I like Jamahal Hill. Don't get me wrong. This is not me hating on Jamahal Hill because I'm calling him, another Volkan Ozdemir, another Reyes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I want him to go on a downfall or something. I actually want him to continue winning fights after this, because I like Jamahal Hill. I like that we have a trash talker in the division. But brother, I'm sorry, you're not going to beat Jiri, and I don't want you to beat Jiri. So, let's go for that, okay? Let's go for the win. Saturday night, baby. Let's fucking do this.